So today I started the Do Your Best Challenge. My name is Tim Maldonado. This morning I woke up and took the kids to school, wished them a good day. I asked them to have a good day in school. And then I dropped my wife off at Adventist Health, dropped her off in the basement so she could take the elevator up to the second floor. After that, I went to campus. I work in the DSPS lab as the DSPS student worker. Yesterday I was given a task by my supervisor concerning the note takers and the students who require a note taker. And it was actually the first major task I was given by her. So I was really stoked about it and just want to do an effective job. So I spent, the first while I was on duty this morning, I spent the majority of that time inputting the instructor's information into the spreadsheet. So that way, by the end of my shift, I'd be able to give it to the note taker coordinator, so he would be able to notify the instructors that there were students in their classes that needed note takers, and if the instructor could inquire to the students in his class if anybody was interested in note taking. About mid-morning, one of the students with mobility accommodations called, and I took the mobility cart and picked her up and dropped her off at the student union. Today I was really on top of making sure that the students were picked up as soon as they called me, and get them to their destination as quick as possible. Sometimes I, tend to lag, a few minutes because maybe on my way out, a student would ask me a question about maybe how to navigate Canvas or something. But today I was pretty on top of it, just trying to be the best mobility car attendee I could today. One of the things that I really enjoy doing is assisting the students in the lab, whether it be navigating Canvas, giving further explanation to an assignment that had been posted on Canvas. Being the best DSPS worker I can be, I got all the files ready for tomorrow. I pulled the files for the DSPS counselors so that way they could have them ahead of time. The files I pulled were for tomorrow. I got off at 1:30. I left campus and went to Hanford. At 3 o'clock, I facilitate an alcohol and drug class that's outpatient and inpatient. It has 2 recovery homes, and the program is through one of the local churches. I facilitate the alcohol and drug class, and today the conversation was about emotional triggers. And the emotional triggers and the impact they have on, either relapse or, use in general, and how to identify those emotional triggers and what ways to come up to prevent that relapse or use when that person starts feeling that emotional trigger. In some cases, it's anger. And coming from a colorful background, I tend to relate to individuals very well concerning this issue. And one of my biggest advices was to create mooring lines. People that they can trust, that they can talk to when they do feel the urge to use, or when they're going through some type of trial and tribulation that has them contemplating use. A lot of times it is just the thought can trigger a person's relapse. And if you know anything about addiction and addiction recovery, um, it's really hard to get over. So today I was trying to be the best facilitator I could because I know the impact emotional triggers have on individuals. Um, as I was facilitating class, it started raining really, really hard. And I was thinking like, oh wow, I hope my wife is in the basement of Adventist Health when I go to pick her up, just so she doesn't get extremely wet. Luckily, she was. Um, I left I left the recovery facility around 5 o'clock to go pick my wife up at Adventist Health. We ran a couple errands, um, and then we went to pick up our son and a granddaughter from my sister-in-law's house around 6:37. Then we came home. Uh, I assisted in washing dishes and feeding the children. Um, and now it's pretty much it's wrap. It's time to relax and call it a night. Um, thank you.